Hey guys, Coach Kevin here. I'm glad to be with you again this week. We've been talking all month long about the word love, and we've been kind of breaking it down. A couple weeks ago, we talked about love as a choice, and then we talked about eros love and phileo love, and this week I want to talk all about agape love. This is unconditional love. Have you ever had someone in your life to love you whenever you made mistakes, whenever you were down on your luck, whenever things were going on in your life that didn't seem to be helpful or hopeful? And you had those people in your life, in your corner, as you're battling this life, saying you can do it, and they love you unconditionally. The story this week is all about John and Sarah. John and Sarah, we talked about a couple weeks ago their eros love, and we talked about their phileo love, and this week it's all about their agape love, because they had a little boy named Max, and Max was a boy that came on time. He was one of those anomalies of the first baby. He was supposed to be born on September 30th, and he was born on September 30th, and he was like a perfect baby, but John and Sarah had a decision to make, whether they were going to understand Max, whether they were going to change his diaper, whether they were going to feed him or not. They had to love him unconditionally. And they took care of him, and they raised him, and they began to raise him. At 5 years old, he entered school, and he was the life of the party. He was awesome. He was great, and he grew, and he learned to read, and he learned to write, and he learned all of the things that the schoolboy needs to learn, and he graduated from high school at 18. He graduated right on time. He was the pride and joy of John and Sarah, and he wanted to go to college. He was so excited about going to college, to the local university, and so he started there at the local college, and he started taking classes, and he had a desire and he had a dream to start a business. He went to classes, and he studied hard, and he did all the things necessary to start his own business, and John and Sarah even put up $5,000 to help little Max get started. At 32, Max is still living with John and Sarah. You see, John and Sarah had little Max, and they didn't treat him any different. They just loved him unconditionally. They loved him sacrificially. But the thing that made Max so special was, you see, Max had a dream that he wanted to accomplish, and he has accomplished that dream. He's making $3,000-$4,000 a month at his business that he owns and he runs, and he's so excited about that. But what makes Max so special is, you see, he was born, and the day he was born, his parents were told, Max has Down syndrome. John and Sarah had to process that. They had to take a step back, and they said, you know what, we're not going to treat Max any different than any of the kids that we know. And so they didn't. They treated Max like $1 million, and whenever their second kid and third kid came along, they treated them just normal. They wanted the best for Max, but they loved him unconditionally. They loved him sacrificially. And so that's the point for today. Agape love is unconditional love. No matter how many times they fall down, no matter how many times they mess up, we're going to love our kids. So the question today is very simple. How can you grow in agape love this week? How can you grow in agape love this week? What are some steps? What are some things that you might be able to do in order to grow in agape love this week? I don't know what it is for you. I just know for me, every day I want to love my kids. I want to love my wife just a little bit more than yesterday. I want it to be sacrificial. I want it to be unconditional. That's the point. How can we grow in agape love this week? Well, that's all the time I have today. I want to encourage you to check out my website, thehallemansgroup.com. thehollemansgroup.com. You can email me at thehollemansgroup@gmail.com. I'm so excited. Sign up for my weekly vlog. Sign up for the free gift that I have for you. I wrote an article on triggers. I'd love for you to take advantage of that. How can you grow in agape love this week? God bless, and you have a great week.